away! Ow! I just flew in from the beginning of Act 6, and boy, are my legs tired. What's up, docs? I'm the Pillbug, and welcome back to Pesterquest! Finally! Holy shit! It's been like a week and 4 days, according to one of my friends on Twitter, but we're back! We're gonna move on to Vriska's story. This is... Knowing my conflicting feelings towards the character, this is either gonna be one of the best routes in the game, or one of the worst routes in the game. Or maybe somewhere in between, I don't know. But I'm kinda scared. Not as scared as I was with Gamzee, although I kinda do like Gamzee, but I don't want to get all pissy during this route, because of something that Vriska does. Yeah, apparently that's a thing I can do. Your latest narrative jaunt has you walking down an Alternia shore. The two moons light up this beach cove in shades of pink and lime green, the reflections playing at shimmering patterns in the gentle waves. It would be beautiful if not for the haggard, monstrous gulls picking the flesh from the dead, and pungently rotting fish, crabs, and even one of their own. You keep your distance as they eye you warily, gore on their chipped beaks. These are not potential friends. Everywhere you jump, serendipity seems to guide your hand, but would it be right to call you fortunate? The night is cool, almost cold. You kick a pure white seashell down the beach. It skips graciously in the dark gray sand. You have brought friends together and just barely begun to master this tremendous and strange new power. Excuse me. But no, you think. You're not fortunate. As you walk alone down the sand that's still radiating sort of heat from the searing day, you feel a pang. Something is missing. You know you felt this way before, but you can't place when. You have a gulf within you, the width and breadth of this ocean. An isolation so plain, so true that it seems impassable, invincible. You step on a weird bug, and you don't even care. Yes, you are filled with a sudden, almost comforting conviction. Nothing you have done on your journey has really made a difference. If you can pick up and put down the lives of these alien weirdos and human weirdos and shake them like an Etch-a-Sketch when things go wrong, are you really accomplishing anything? Or are you just building shitty castles in the sand with flimsy plastic implements? Castles that won't mean shit for nothing when the tide rises. You've decided. You are a creature of solitude. You are a rock. You are an island. From now on, you walk alone. Is this her cue? I can't remember. Nah, not yet. There may be an angled figure. There may be an... Oh, wait. There may be an angled figure crouched in terrible posture on a dock ahead, sure. That figure may be sitting next to an intriguing-looking moored ship, yes. But surely one glimpse of a potential life to meddle with and won't immediately make you fall off the wagon, back to a life of what the fuck is that word? Itinerant friendship, I guess? Right? Wrong. Oh, fuck it. Oh, sweet! A new friend! God damn it. What other option did I have? Shut up. You amble over to the girl hunched on the dock, like... Ooh. I like that theme. You amble over to the girl hunched on the dock like the stupid themo friend slut you are. Doing an acrobatic fucking pirouette off the wagon. She hasn't seen you yet, so you watch her like a creep. Why? She's leaning over a complicated pile of papers, erasing boxes and filling them in again. Every once in a while, she pauses to roll various dice. As soon as you take one step into the wooden deck, she looks up and jumps with a feline quickness into a standing position, looking immediately ready for a fight. Oh god, what voice do I give to Vriska? I don't know, I'm not good at doing female voices. Shit. Oh, this is gonna be so dumb. Whoa, what are you? You raise your hands with an empathetic sort of I'm innocent weak motion, which for you is basically any motion. Wait a second. You're that weirdo that was bothering Kanaya, aren't you? Yep, you're exactly that weirdo. And now you're here saying hello to a new stranger and maybe making a new friend. Isn't that great? Great. That's what I needed. More meddling. I know I'm the coolest, but I'm kind of busy right now. Big campaign tonight. Dude, you're so good at campaigns, you tell her. You're all about the hope and change. You helped AI Gore hand to Chad. Wait, what the fuck was that sentence? Tip, Canoe, and Tyler too? Okay. What even the fuck are you saying? Don't call me dude, or anything else for that matter. You mean you're down to help? Maybe her campaign manager. Ha! I'm the captain here, buddy. But as it happens, I'm currently all out of first mates. Wanna be a swabby? Oh, it's like a boat thing. Yes. So that's why there's a boat here. What are all the papers on the ground for? The campaign, dumbass. They're the character sheets for me. The greatest petticoat secret ever to... God damn it! God fucking damn it. Oh, man. The greatest petticoat secret... Fuck! Anyways, okay, I don't think the mic's peaked just yet, but fuck. The greatest petticoat secret to ever sail the 8 seas. Finally! One of our friends was raised in a cave and she still knows what flarp is. Well, you can zap over to the cave and ask her, then. Her look of indifference is immediately replaced with a tilt of the head, as though your threat to leave caught her attention. Ew. Not unless you want to smell like cat piss for weeks and get high off secondhand nip. Look, it's simple. Pick a name and roll up some tats. Tats? Really? Some stats. That's what I meant to say. Fuck. For example, what the fuck is that? Marquis Spinner at Mindfang? Fuck it. For example, I'm Marquis Spinner at Mindfang. I'm the scourge of the high seas, an undefeated champion of naval flarp. My colors on the horizon turn even high-bloods into sniveling cowards. You say that sounds really cool, but aren't troll names 6 letters long? You mean you've only met a couple before this, but for some reason you have a really strong sense of the rules here. I'm in character here. Try to keep up. You guess that explains the outfit. She seems really into this. Maybe weirdly into this. It's all a bit intense. Isn't this just a game? Flarp is more than just a game. And I'm the best there is. How about this? If you agree to make a character and sail with me, I'll tell you my real name. You look at her elaborate costume over at her ship and decide, why the hell not? You've already made your friend bed. Now you have to sleep in it. Not that you're going to sleep or anything. That would be patently ridiculous. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. The stat bat is the first most important of the... God damn it, your hair is in the way. You'll be summoning a flyer displays for the stat... what the fuck? I'm not even gonna bother with this. Okay, let's talk you through this. You should be flattered that the master gamer like me is fucking damn it. You should be flattered that a master gamer like me is giving you the full tutorial. I had to read the book myself, with no help. The first thing you do is roll values for each of the 10 dice rostra. Simple, right? She pops a huge bag of dice on her Silodex, out of her Silodex, and starts handing you groups at a time. You roll 2d4 for dice rostrum, Throne of the Empress, and get 2 1s. You roll 6d6 for dice rostrum, Conductor's Stand, and 6 fucking snake eyes stare up at you from the wood of the dock. Wow, you're really bad at this. Take the insult line down. Why? Come on, man. Give me a real choice here. Hold up. I gotta cleanse the palate. You gotta hand it to her. When she's right, she's right. And she's right, so she's right. You finished all 26 dice rolls required for this game, and you've gotten the lowest on each one. What rotten luck. I have never seen anyone roll this low before. I didn't even know you could get a 0. It's okay. We can save this by putting the stats in the right place. She flips to another page of the player's handbook. That shows you the attributes of Flarp. For some reason you can read them, despite just arriving to this planet for the first time. She flips to another page of the player's handbook that shows you the attributes of Flarp. For some reason, you can read them. I just clicked. So you're Vim, Grit, Pulchritude, whatever that means, and Grace combined with real-life vitals to make your HP. Wait, real-life vitals? Your body is weak and shitty. This is some kind of hardcore game? The most dangerous game? If you die in the game, do you die in real life? Yeah. You didn't know? The sheer combined shock of what you don't know could kill an elephant quicker than Thomas Edison trying to discredit an immigrant. Oh my god. You get to roll again when you level up, so you won't be so pathetic forever. I mean, if you survive. But with a scourge like me on your side, you're on easy street. I'm jealous of you, really. You gulp and nod. Okay, let's finish this. The Marquise grins. Her lipstick smears a bit where her fangs jut out. You'd think that's just how it is for trolls wearing lipstick, but Kanaya's was perfect. She pulls an 8-ball out of her pocket and smashes it, suddenly and violently on the dock. You jump at the noise. She looks at you pitifully, and then decides not to make fun of you. Out of the wrecked plastic sophistic sphere, a gross fucking grubby worm appears. It's like the size of a wiener dog. In its wriggling, you see that it's pulsating. Ugh. Covered in the blue-tinted family recreation water, once inside an 8-ball, the grub's swollen oviposture glistens. It extends to deposit a massive brood of eggs, each glowing in the center of a slowly pulsating LED light. Oh shit! This is so fucking gross. You look away and dry heave a bit, leaning off the dock. So far, this game sucks ass! Dig. Don't tell me you've never seen a game grub before. You tell her you have never seen a game grub before. Also, maybe we should give a CW before she makes you watch a thing that includes a glistening oviposture. What? That shit. Yeah, that was pretty gross. Here. You bring up the pause menu, clicking on warnings and give it a read before making an informed decision. Have those been here the whole time? Wait, warnings? Wait, what? As a general rule, Pesterquest contains adult language, violence, and innuendo. Content warnings for specific routes can be accessed by clicking on the route title. No warnings. Alcoholism, underage drinking, neglectful parenting, abusive guardian. I really should have seen that coming for days now. Abandonment, neglectful parenting, abusive guardian, animal abuse, animal attack. Okay, I didn't see these two, thankfully, but I could definitely see the others. People like us. Suggested themes, parental death, suicide mention, stat-mandated murder, blood, swears, just blood in general. Blood, gore, death, parental neglect, drug use. Motherfucking miracles. So what? You know what? No, I want to be surprised. I want to be fucking surprised. Vriska taps her foot impatiently while you fuck around in the game client. For some reason, seeing a full list of content warnings isn't easing your anxiety about what's ahead. It reminds you of something that once made you really angry. In fact, you're especially worried about the gore and death tags. Maybe you should peace out of this. There's basically no harm whatsoever in you yeeting out of this one, and might save you a drowning good measure. Not that flirtation with dangerous ends is exactly rare for you. I mean, I see where you're coming from. I can understand why you want me to just click this one, especially because I myself saw the fucking tags. I didn't read it, aside from like the cannibalism. I don't know what that's about, but I'm gonna flirt with death a little bit. You know what? You're an informed reader and a prepared gamer. You've got this. You ask Vriska what's next. She points to one of the glowing, blinking eggs, which is hatching a pixelated-looking bat. It flaps its way into the air with a high-pitched squeak, and it starts glowing and projecting a holographic image of a torch. Alright, all you gotta do is assign your dice roster to your attribution sconce. Who the fuck wrote this shit? What? Pick your best and worst stats. Your top two stats determine your starting class. There's a lot of classes, but I'm already the best one. Jesus. Alright, well, that seems simple enough. Drag attributes into the dice rostrum you want to utilize for them. This decision is permanent, so make sure you are satisfied before pressing finalize and scuncing them. Is this going to be like a decision that I make, or is this going to be a decision that the game makes without my consent? I hope. Oh no! No! You fucking suck! Oh my god, I don't have to read all this shit. Vim, your vigor. Primary component of HP. HP Vim makes you more durable. While low, Vim makes you more dangerous when you're vulnerable. Appetite, your hunger and enthusiasm. High APP makes you more effective in combat, while low APP improves your passive healing. That could actually be useful. Rascality, your ability to get away from mischief. Rascality is your compliance matrix defense. What does that mean? Man grit. Grit isn't just for men, but it's what helps you lift safes or keep your cool when you're wounded. Dexterity. The measure of your finesse paired with Gr8 for intricate tasks. Okay? Hubris. Your sheer confidence. High hub lets you overrule your clouder more successfully. Low hub increases your compliance matrix offense? What the hell does that even mean? Ugh, fuck it. Pulchritude, your suaveness, and hard-boiled credentials. Important for any action that requires charm or charisma. Leverage. Leverage is foundation of the balance of power between clouders. What the fuck is a clouder? Grace, your ability to maintain your poise and smoothness, paired with Dex for intricate tasks. Imagination. Imagination. Gotta hope I add that into the final bit. Highly useful for all classes when clouding. What the fuck is clouding? I don't get it! High AP makes you more effective in combat. Oh. Okay. Okay, so these two determine my starting class, but like I don't know what the fuck the rest of this shit is. And quite frankly, I'm fucking terrified. Let's go for this there. Mangrit. When you're wounded. Let's go with that. Cast iron skill set. Your hunger and enthusiasm makes you more effective in combat while it improves your passive healing. Let's go for a middle of the road for this one. Your ability to get away from mischief. Matrix defense. Let's go with that one. Measure your finesse. Pair with, yeah, okay. Let's put that in 4. Let's put that in... Wait. Let's put that in 8. And let's put... Wait. Ah, balls! Fuck it. Let's put that in 2. 1. I shouldn't... Oh my gosh. This is gonna take a while. Alright, let's actually put that here. Let's put that there. Let's put that here. That here. Here. There. There. And there. Finalize. I think. Let's actually save. I don't want to risk it. Finalize. Your two highest attributes are Vim and Grit. Your starting class will be Cast Iron skill set. Nobody ever tanks. Respect. Are you sure you can hit? Are you sure you can take a hit though? A max level Petticoat Sea Grift and a level 1 Cast Iron Skillet. Not exactly the meta strat. You're lucky you're paired with the number 1 gamer on Alternia. Before I can carry you to victory, we need just one more thing. Oh my god, my throat. There's more of this bullshit? What now? Is a giant sandworm going to poke its head from the sand and puke up some more fucking game mechanics that will be describing in excruciating narrative detail? Quit being so dramatic. Your character needs a name. Oh, a name. You already have one of those, though you told Jaded already. But man, you're not feeling as comfortable with it right now for some reason. Why is thinking of yourself as a distinct being with an identity and a history feeling so uncomfortable? What's wrong with you? Might as well make up a character name. Name your character. You know I was gonna do it. Oh my god. Actually... Fuck it! I don't care if it's embarrassing. I'm gonna read it out in her voice, whether I like it or not. The Marquise welcomes you aboard her ship, the Pillbug. As soon as you confirm your name, the other eggs start squelching, cracking into more little flying holographic biotech projectors for various shapes and sizes. Moths and dragonflies are lighting bugs zipping off into the distance. Vriska capture logs all of her various books and character sheets, pushes her eye patch glasses up the bridge of her nose, and clambers up to the gangplank of her ship, which you see as a name painted on the side with a cerulean script as you follow her. Brigantin. Atrigantin? I don't know what that says. Here, hold this. Vriska hands you a rope and you hold onto it, keeping the mainsail rolled up as she scurries to a fro, aft, and bow? Across the deck of the ship, making adjustments. You watch her try to tie a double bow line, but struggle with the dexterity of her mechanical fingers. Swearing in frustration under her breath, you politely look away and try to make an idle conversation. You ask for her end of the bargain. What? Her name! You made a character, she tells you her name. That's the deal. She secures another rigid and stomps back over to you. You haven't really made a character until you were in costume. Is your fit not already fresh? Perhaps even the freshest? Here. She dumps an extra outfit out of her inventory, looking almost exactly like an earlier version of hers, smaller with more amateur stitching. You put on the big bridge coat and feel super badass. She looks at you, tilts her head to evaluate, and then grabs a jaunty hat, feathered and all, from her Silodex, and pops it onto your head. Nice. Alright, my name's Vriska. Vriska Circuit. Don't you forget it. Vriska Circuit, or the Marquise, satisfied with her preparations, snatches the rope from you and lets it go. Unfurling the mainsail, she practically skips to the captain's wheel, ready to steer the... whatever the fuck that is. I don't know if that's supposed to say... I don't know if they're supposed to pronounce the 8 or if it's supposed to be pronounced as a B, because that's... I'm out of water. That's fucking 50-50 when it comes to Vriska. Out of the harbor. Real name basis is one step closer to friendship. Though for a moment you feel like you got told that already. Your brain is messed up enough without remembering stuff that maybe didn't happen in canon, if canon is even a real thing that means something anymore. Your unsettling metatextual introspection is interrupted by Vriska shouting, "Roll for initiative!" You hear the buzz of projector bugs boarding your ship, and soon 4 flickering holograms appear on the main deck. Looking like lurching zombie trolls, you already hear her dice rattling on the deck, and you look over at her to cheat and figure out what you need to roll. Alright, starting with an 18. Looks like you got... subtract the modifier... 19. Huh, guess you go first, Pillbug. This is it. It's LARPing time! You look down at the piece of paper with your abilities on it, ready to cast magic missiles or Bugsby grasping hand or some shit. You pick up the top attack from the list. It's your special class ability. You channel the spirit of the cast iron skill set. Point straight at one of the holographic zombies and yell that you're casting Seasoned for Death. You grab a d20 and blow it on it. You blow on it in your hand. Your lady luck. No snake eyes. Of the gambling terms, whatever. You let the icosahedron of table destiny drop through the air, awaiting the result with bated breath. You get a 2 and miss. God damn it! Vriska laughs out loud. Check out how a real gamer does it. And then she shows you how a real gamer does it. Over the course of this and the next 4 holographic encounters of ballooning complexity, tediousness, difficulty, and word count, she just rolls so many goddamn dice and keeps track of so many goddamn stats. You're overwhelmed, bewildered, and tired of doing math and pencil by the time the last squid-themed hollow monster dies. You were worried about the danger of this game before, but it seems like the only way you're gonna die today is from fucking boredom. Then you spot it. A schooner painted all in black emerges from the fog. You shout to Vriska that there's a ship in the port horizon. Vriska looks. Right? Does she not know the difference between port and starboard? Huh. You point into the proper direction and she gives you that mischievous grin of hers. Now it's time for the real action. You've entered the PvP-enabled zone. She puts aside her character sheets and dice, drawing a blue saber. She holds it in one hand, the ship's wheel in the other. That's the Rue, ship of Dreadclaw Ophelia. Top of the naval FLARP leaderboards. She got a whole crew on that boat. But she's just another rich sea dweller with hired help, and she's been too scared to face me. Vriska's pointed your ship straight at the Rue, and you've picked up speed. You can make out a troll girl with finned ears and a gaudy purple outfit that you describe as a sexy pirate Halloween costume from the world's most bogey party city, Dreadclaw Ophelia. What is it? Why does that name sound familiar? I'm gonna get another bottle of water because my mouth is extremely dry. It's absolutely garish compared to Vriska's more normcore approach to RP activewear, but dressed much more humbly than the captain are a bunch of low-blood standing behind her, clutching shitty rusty swords and shaking. So let's bring the fight to her. You're not slowing down. You're pointed straight at the enemy hull. Vriska steers your ship directly into the well-pointed schooner, and you struggle to keep your feet at the shock of the impact, which knocks the violet blood and her frightened thralls to the deck of the Rue. She yells over the din for horrific wood-on-wood screeching. Hey, Swabby! Want to be really good at sword fighting? You look at her with stars in your eyes. Yes, you do want to be really good at sword fighting. You nod eagerly, and she underhand tosses you her blue hilted saber, which you catch eagerly. Jesus Christ. Fuck it, we're editing it in post. Don't worry about it. Shut up. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Anyways. Oh, cool. Is she doing that to me, or is she doing that to someone else? I hope that's someone else. Vriska grins back, puts her hand to her temple, and squints with her one good eye. The 7 red dots of her prosthetics seem to smear and blur as your vision loses focus. You've managed well to this point as first mate of the whatever that is, but your sea legs seem to give out on you all at once. You drop the sword you were just given, and it clatters to the deck. You try to tell her something's wrong, but your mouth lulls open and you drool a bit. A dull pain gains a sharp and sudden clarity. It feels as though 8 spiny legs are crawling on your head. No, in your head. Each footfall feels more like a knife cutting through butter. At some point, all sensation slips into nothing, and you follow the sword to the ground asleep. What the fuck? Wake up, moron! You don't hear that. You don't wake up. The salt and swell of the ocean gives way to the rustling of alien trees. No longer do you hear the scream of gulls following your ship, waiting for corpse and gore to tumble overboard. It's all peaceful. Consciousness returns to you, and it first presents the discovery that you're face down in slightly wet dirt. Some got in your mouth. You spit it out and sit up, brushing muck off your FLARP costume. Wait, that's not FLARP costume. That's a hoodie with a jagged cerulean symbol. A different symbol on it. Loose-fitting, as though it belonged to a friend. Half memories swim in your mind as you take in the scene, just as familiar as your clothing. A stump sitting in the clearing between the trunks of a purple-treed Alternian forest. A harpoon sticks out of it. What was that? No, what the fuck was that? This stump would typically fill you with unease, an aura of death and defeat, but a squirrely silhouette cuts through the darkness as you step further into the clearing and feel your heart lift. Holy shit! Sitting there on the stump, kicking bare feet back and forth, tilting your head to the side and smiling sheepishly, is your friend, Boldir Lamati. You remember her. You remember her! Well, I don't remember her considering I haven't played Friend Sim. Still frustrating, by the way. I really wish I didn't commit to this, but fuck it. We're committing to it. Psst, fancy seeing you here. That's a joke. I'm a figment of your imagination and was expecting you the whole time. She pats the stump next to her in an inviting gesture and you sit down. You feel less adrift than you can remember. I need to fucking drink. You tell her you missed her. Of course you did. You've gotten yourself into a real mess, dear friend. You ask about all your old friends, sitting next to you. They flip through your mind clear as day, as though the memories were never locked away in the first place. How are Tagore and Gr8 doing? Has she run into Gr8 again? What's going on with the neighborhood? Do folks miss you? That last question collapsed her wry smile into a genuine, crestfallen expression. I can't really tell you that for sure. You've seen it yourself, just how much we can do. There's a whole other disturbance in the neighborhood, and it has his nefarious fingerprints all over it. It's almost like he was preparing for this. But I try to stay one step ahead, and I remember what I'm fighting for. Do you? The question is arresting. What are you doing? Even with your memory clouded, you've just been bubbling into other people's stories, breaking things as you go. Well, there's nothing wrong with breaking things. It's like they say. Sometimes you have to compromise a few unfertilized cluck beast embryos in the name of a complete breakfast. You tell her you haven't had a good breakfast in ages. One of the places you were at had swords and a fridge. Also, you have absolutely no idea what you're doing. You're going where the river takes you. But things are different now. There's a great power within you that you are just now realizing. The power to shape the river, to use its waters to scour the lands as you please. As power even he doesn't fully understand. You look down at your hands. Sitting next to her, you start to remember the green room, the story you've fallen into. You tell her there's so much broken, and you have no idea how to fix it. You tell her you wish she was real, not just in your head. She'd know what to do. She tilts her head again, inquisitively. Am I though? Just in your head, I mean. The story is only broken if you accept that it's broken. If you think of the story as something given to you, but it's not, puppet masters may try to tell you that the strings they are pulling are the only ones. As she says this, her head jerks back oddly, but she continues whispering, calm as ever. That's extremely creepy! Don't be afraid. Don't let anyone tell you that the story belongs to them. Not him, not anyone. You feel it too. It feels like threads tug at your body, and at hers even more. Her limbs twitch and pull in gruesome pantomime as more and more strings loop around her and disappear skyward. They nearly surround her completely, but you are powerless to resist, paralyzed. It's for you. It's always been for you. Remember, friend, the only question. She only managed to spit out 4 or more words as she is swallowed up and tangled in a spider's web of marionette strings, choked and broken. What will you do? Why are we back at the Felt's place? The whole scene seems to melt away in searing green, and you are fallen and dancing beneath the skilled hands controlling you. He is here. He was already. The ticking of 1,000 clocks exactly in time echoes around you. Scratch! Hi, buddy! How you doing? Hi! How you doing? Did you miss me? I seem to be on your mind. I'm flattered. It's no wonder you're thinking about me just after meeting one of my greatest disappointments. You really do spend too much time around willful little girls. It may start to give you ideas. Ideas of choice, of challenge. You're relevant because those holding the strings decide you're relevant. An observer. The show must go on, but don't make the mistake these little ingrates did. It can go on without you. The bits that really matter, at least. What's that? Am I doing this? I'm afraid not, darling. I don't even know what you're referring. Tears sear at the edge of your eyes again. You try to keep Baldur's words in your mind as the string squeezes the breath out of you. What will you do? Another voice seems to answer from another place entirely, scratching and loudly. It says, "Fix this!" You wake up. Cold stone and the draft greets you. Charming. You blearily open your eyes, memories of the dream already fading to wisps in your mind. You're in a cluttered bedroom, or the cluttered bed respite block that you're sure is Vriska's. Based on the broken 8-ball scattered everywhere, you pick yourself up off the ground and try to think about how you got here. You passed out back on the ship. She must have brought you home, but where is she? You turn around and see a window. You look outside and see a dramatic scene below. Vriska is mind-controlling a group of thralls. One she must have won off with Dreadclaw while you were out cold. They're marching, one by one, towards a massive web. Oh no, I know what's going on. Perched in the webs is a giant spider, heaving, hulking, hungry. Vriska is about to feed the losers of this game to her Lucis. Yeah, you can't watch. Hide in her room and wait. Okay, holy shit, Vriska's Lucis is a giant spider monster that eats children. This explains so much, and also raises a significant number of questions that you're gonna think about while not watching these kids get eaten. You look for something to distract yourself with. You spot a black raggedy book. You spot a black raggedy book, much older than anything else in the room, with Vriska's symbol in the cover. You reach for it and open it up, flipping to a random page and seeing what looks like a journal scrawled in Cerulean, but not Vriska's handwriting from the character sheet. Looking inside the first page, you see the name Mindfang. Oh, this is the journal that Vriska got. In a meteor, I think? I don't remember. You read, and holy shit, you're very unsure this is appropriate for a young girl to be reading. You keep flipping through the different parts, and wow, it just gets worse! Vriska named her character after this! You lose yourself in hate reading Mindfang's long stories about pretty petty crime, dubious consent, and weirdly detailed descriptions of the outfits of a woman named Redglare. You're surprised, then, when Vriska walks up the stairs, hands in her pockets, looking at the ground. She doesn't even look at you before sitting down on the floor across from you. Cross-legged and staring at thousands of yards into the distance, she rocks back and forth, hands still in her pockets. Oh, yeah. Holy shit. As you go to give her a reassuring pat on the back, as soon as you touch her metal shoulder, cold even through her shirt, she turns to you with a jumping glare and hisses like a cat before facing you away again. You get the message. She takes the 8-ball out of her inventory again and savagely, brutally beats it into the stone floor, her room, until it's nothing but shards in a puddle. Then the two of you sit. She occasionally picks through the debris of the 8-ball and rocks, clenching and unclenching her fists, but as the minutes pass, her breathing slowly bit by bit. You don't say a word or bring up what happened. She's the one who talks first. Earlier, you seemed, confused about why I care so much about playing a character. She thumbs the dog-eared edge of a worn piece of paper in her sharp-clawed hand, staring at the wall. She still got blood on her jacket, blood that almost makes you retch with the memory of spidery mandibles devouring her spoils. One glimpse of it made you sick. What would dozens do? Hundreds. I mean, it seems obvious to me that the Marquise is the greatest and coolest character ever made. But I've been her for so long, it's sort of like a part of me. Everybody's throwing shapes every day and acting like something's right. But most people are so boring. They don't dress up, they don't act, they're always so obsessed with being the exact kind of troll they were yesterday. Maybe you don't have to be the same. Maybe you can go on message boards and try to out being someone new and find out you like it. Jeez, who the fuck wrote this script? This handwriting is atrocious. Maybe it's nice to be called something your Lucis doesn't call you. and meet people who only ever knew you as the girl online or on the other ship who is like super badass and good at things. Come on, you can't tell me you've never wanted to be someone else. You've edged a bit closer to her during this rant and are looking at the sheet of paper in her hand. It's a spreadsheet-looking series of boxes she's filled in the red ink. Name, Marquis Spinneret Mindfang. Class, Petticoat Seagriff. Gender, AF! Levels, all of them. Just like all of the luck. She's doodled all over the margins, art of her captaining ships and swinging swords and drinking out of goblets. Have you ever wanted to be someone else? The question makes you uncomfortable. Just pondering who you are now fills you with unease. Fuck playing a character, filling out a sheet with... This is for yourself. Filling out a sheet like this for yourself seems impossible. A piece of paper representing all of your physical and mental attributes, a blank canvas, the common outlines thereon defining the boundaries of every conceivable personality. You don't even know how you fill in the gender box. You've been busy making friends, okay? Suddenly she turns on you, and there's a desperate, kind of crazy intensity in her good eye, like her gaze will burn you. You're going to leave, aren't you? No, yeah, of course. Everybody does. Do you think I like this? I used to have a partner. She didn't like it either, but she helped anyway, like you. I guess, except she didn't puke when she saw blood, and also not like you at all. She made rules, she loved rules. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not, like, big on those. Gambling Nick Queens broke rules all the time, and that's just what you've got to do to survive. To make the voice stop haranguing me, and, like, she heard her Lucis in her head, too? But she didn't need anything from her. What's that even like? I got to be the best. I have to. I didn't get all the levels just to look at them on the sheet. You saw me out there. It's dangerous. She tried to kill me and left me alone. And then I got even because that's what you have to do to backstabbers. But I still don't even feel even. It doesn't bother her. Nobody even cares. It's just leave and move on, and I'm still stuck here in this stupid world. How are people mad at me for putting losers out in their fucking misery? This planet fucking sucks. Ooh boy, that's a lot. You let her finish her tirade. She hasn't looked straight at you for the whole thing. You generally ask about her Moirail, who you did just befriend. Would feel about her saying she's alone. You see a lot of thoughts flicker through her head, and a lot of expressions dance across her face. She settles onto a look like she's smelling something off. People always want shit from other people. Sometimes you know somebody and you can't describe, like, what your whole deal is. You grow up with these ideas about what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to be. You get handed down these strict categories, tables in your player's handbook. And you read stories or journals or whatever that say this is a mate sprite. You feel like this about them. And you have a Moirail that meddles with you because you're just too broken for her and she just wants. Or you get told, oh, this is what a rival looks like. And then you look at your black date and it's just an absolutely repulsive slimy eel who always wants you to kiss him and... Ew? Man, I could really upgrade in that department. But then there's someone that comes along and none of that stuff makes sense to you. You just like being with her. Or it's not even like you just feel like shit makes more sense with her. Like, goddammit. I would say it's like you have this voice in your head saying you're not good enough all the time, but she makes it quiet. But I actually do have a voice in my head saying I'm not good enough. God, I'm not explaining this right. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, that's the doomsday device. Everyone leaves, nobody cares, and we're all waiting on a Kaloop to war. And look, I'm ready. I'm the best at war. It's just a big flarp. But I'd rather have a plan B. You give Vriska a moment to breathe. You don't give her a reassuring touch on the back, remembering her jump and hiss when you tried that last. She's like a feral cat, this girl. Tangled, greasy hair droops from her shoulders that are always hutched up. Like something would come for her throat if she exposed it to anyone. You wonder if she ever let her shoulders down around the girls she's talking about. An ex, perhaps? Of course she did. You wonder if she ever will again. You hear a psst in your ear and a squirrely little laugh, and suddenly remember a green room that you've had this saw before somehow. You ask her the question that seems that's been consuming you. Fuck! Or more accurately, not consuming you. Why were you left up here when everyone else got fed to the spider? She tenses up immediately when you ask this and takes some time to clench her fists, then releases them. Some people are off limits. She has to eat, but she doesn't eat my friends when I bring her enough food. Are you, and you're counted as off limits? You're one of her friends? Oh my god. Don't get a big head about it. I wouldn't let her eat Carcat either, and he's not like my... What the fuck does it say? 8th C? I don't know what the fuck that says. For life or anything. Plus he helped me out. And that's the pirate's code. Plus, Fussy Fangs would be mad. It must be hard separating trolls into two classes, friends and food, like that. Must be hard, and nobody understands. I mean, that's how it works here. Everybody's got someone to kick down on. Except Rustbloods. But them's the breaks. Somebody's gotta be on the bottom to keep the whole shebang afloat. Killing people lower down than you is what all the school feeds say you're supposed to do. To get ready for a life of space war against... Well, it mostly seems like they just kill more lowbloods. That's all it ever is. My ancestor... She looks... Hold up. She looks left and right, as though she's going to be overheard, then leans in smirkingly. She sounds like she's letting you on a secret. A secret. My ancestor, Mindfang, she sailed around being the terror of the high seas for a while, but she fell in with a group that was going to do something about all that. A bunch of weirdos led by a mutant who wanted revolution. I've always wanted to be like her. I like using her name more than my own for a while, dressing up like her, learning to sail, but I always end up back here with a pile of corpses. That's having a Lucis, right? Sometimes you don't get to do what you want to do. She talks to me, you know? It only stops when she's full. Always whispering in my head. Saying I was fatter than her, saying I deserved all the things that happened to me. Even when I was bleeding out on this floor. You look at the cold, cluttered, uncomfortably drafty room. Whatever happened to her face and arm must have happened here. You see a broken figure silhouetted on the wall. Wait, so you're telling me that... Jesus! I mean, I knew that she forced Vriska to defeat her trolls, but I did not know she would do that shit. Fucking hell. You look back at Vriska, and you know that what she is. For all the bombast, insults, killing, you're looking at a survivor. You're looking at someone who did nothing wrong. Okay. I need to give a bit of context for this. Okay, I have a bunch of friends who are also into Homestuck, and I remember them showing me this panel after saying Vriska did everything wrong. She's a horrible person, and now this, I don't know. It's just really weird. I thought this was just a fake panel that they found on Reddit or something, just to make fun of her again. No, this is real. My God. And no, I'm not gonna deny that she's a survivor. That doesn't mean what she did was good, but I will admit, she is a survivor. And I'll let it slide. You remember Dave's carefully crafted defense of a persona. You remember Rose eating oatmeal for dinner in a drafty, brutalist mansion. Jade in the shadow of a volcano, raising herself. Your world can be as brutal as this one. Earth makes survivors too. And you have made a difference for them, one at a time. All of that nihilistic bullshit earlier feels like it was shouted at you by some meddling voice, someone holding the strings. Fuck that! You're gonna be a goddamn hero today. You're gonna make friends with this whole fucking planet if you have to, and you're going to make it better, or at least less of a complete dumpster. You tell Vriska you'll be right back and sprint down a spiral staircase. You keep running, pumping your beautiful legs straight out the door of Vriska's giant hive. You don't have to color inside the lines for someone else's story. This is your motherfucking narrative now. You take a leap when you reach the cliffs and barrel over a falling fast white wind whipping past your face as you tumble through the air towards the giant white spider. Leap on, not of faith, but of hope. You crash into the carpets of Vriska's terrible murder mom hard, cracking into a piercing shriek. At the same time, you zap hundreds of feet above the mouth of the volcano on Jay's Island and kick off the back of the spider, leaving the giant troll gorge arachnid tumbling into the lava as you zap back to Alternia, back to Vriska's respite block. You appear behind her. Did I just murder her Lucis? I don't know if she's gonna be happy about that or if she's also gonna be very pissed. I hope it's the former instead of the latter, but holy shit. You appear behind her. She doesn't notice you. She's looking out her window, down at the empty web with a shocked expression. Still looking out the window, her stunned silence turned slowly into a grin, someone less generous than you would describe as shit-eating. Holy shit, Pillbug, you actually did something! Hell fucking yes! What the hell? Holy fucking shit! I don't even know what just happened. I mean, I do, but wow. Wasn't expecting this. Okay then. That is fucking awesome. Okay then. Well, I'm happy about that. My god. Holy shit. I got no other words, just holy shit. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Okay, I said this before, but I have seen snippets of this game here and there. But, actually, did I ever say that? I don't know, but I have seen snippets of this game here and there, and I thought, hold up. And when I was putting the pieces together, I thought that the good ending would lead to Vriska standing up against her spider mom and killing her herself. But no. No, I just straight up yeeted her into the volcano on Jade's Island. What? Fuck it, that was awesome. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm just gonna end it off here. Wait. Nope, yeah, I'm gonna end it off here because I've been recording for almost an hour. Holy shit. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, hit that like button down below, and I'll see you in the next episode of whatever the heck I make. Ciao! Holy shit! Holy shit!